Welcome back to the Local, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have with us a local legend, K.O Butler. Thank you so much for coming in, K.O.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me, man.
No problem. So what have you been getting into lately?
Just been working a lot. I'm trying to get my schedule together so I can train a lot more. I'm only doing a couple days a week, but I mean, I'm 35 years old. I don't feel like I gotta go so hard every day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I used to. It's just about training smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What made the switch for you? Training smarter, not harder. What made that switch for you?
Just basically just age.
Okay.
Wisdom, just getting older. You know what I mean? Just like you know your body too. It's like you don't have to kill yourself as much as you did when you were younger. Just and plus, as you get older, you want to preserve yourself a little bit more than you did when you were younger.
That's dope. Yeah. I'm still at the stage where I know that because I have a lot of older friends. It doesn't register though. To me, I'm like that, and I came off of a year and a half of being off due to sicknesses.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of scrambling to get caught up.
Yeah, and it's like you're just like motivated to get back to where you are.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
I get it.
Yep. And it's going good though.
Yeah.
What do you do for work? Like that type of thing. Do you have like what kind of career are you in? I guess.
I work as of now. This is my third year with Owens Corning. It's
You're Owens Corning?
Yeah.
I used to install shingles.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a roofing siding place. It's
Absolutely.
a insulation foam company.
Okay.
You work with a lot of measurements with these boards and stuff, and that's just how I pay my bills.
Absolutely.
But it's just like 12-hour night shifts I'm on. So.
Ooh, you're on night shift?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I don't know, man. I'm just like, I've always had a job since I was like 14. So it's just like I got it. And when it comes to the job, I'm like, the people, along with the pay, it's got to have pros and cons to it, but more so working with the people.
Okay.
And the people there are pretty cool. So
Absolutely.
That's why I stayed there, and it's cool. It just takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah, I see that. And then you say you train a lot?
Right now, just only like once or twice a week at the moment. I'm supposed to have a fight coming up in the summer sometime. And then I'll probably turn up to about 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Along with working nights. Like I said, I'm not gonna overdo it.
Right.
There's been a lot of times I've overtrained and my body's like, because I work so much too.
I see. So like, what kind of symptoms do you have of overworking? Like, what are those symptoms?
Like my body will go into like my reflexes won't be there, and I'll tense up and stuff because it's over my body. I feel it. It's like overtraining. I'm just like I'm doing too much. I gotta relax. I know I got this. I gotta relax, and I do enough cardio on my own time, by myself. So it's a lot of mental battles in this game. You know what I mean?
I don't. What kind of battles? Like from an outside perspective, I'm asking.
Well, it's like you're kind of your own worst critic because you, as a competitor, you're like, you could do a little bit more.
I see.
You could do more, and it's like you're really just kind of like overdoing it sometimes.
So you're kind of adding the straw that breaks the camel's back to yourself.
Exactly. And it's just like after being around, and like I said, you get to know your body, and you've been doing it a while. You're just like, I know this is enough right here. Now let me go. Get at least a couple hours straight out before I work this 12-hour shift. You know what I mean?
12 hours, that's crazy.
You gotta. It's a tough balance, but I mean, I'll make it work.
Oh yeah, you got this. And then so you train, you fight. I mean, like what is the life of a fighter? Like how does somebody get into it? What makes K.O Butler, I guess?
Well, I got into it when I was coming out of high school.
Okay.
Before I graduated, I was running with knuckleheads and running with gangs and stuff, and doing a bunch of ignorant stuff on the streets. And then when I graduated high school, my uncle said, "You want to fight, get paid for it."
Ooh.
He was like, because if you stay out here, you know what I mean, doing the things you're doing, you're probably gonna be dead or in jail.
Yeah.
Which I when I was younger, I used to say, I'm probably gonna end up dead or in jail. Just being stupid out there, but it's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
So I went to this Denton boxing center on Denton Street. I mean, it's called Denton Center on Brown Street in Akron, and that's where I started off at. And then I met Corey and a bunch of guys I started with, and Isaiah and all them, Chapman.
Isaiah Chapman.
They used to come over there every once in a while, and I met Sean Porter through there. We sparred a little bit. And they came over, some cats from Unique Fitness. Okay. I was Rock Hard MMA in Akron. They were like, "You ever tried MMA?" I was like, "No, I never even tried this." I was like, "But I like it." I was like, "It's keeping me focused." And so that's when they brought me over to Unique Fitness and Rock Hard. I met Scott Keener and all those guys. That's where I started. Okay. And with Isaiah and all those guys and Jamar and George. But when I was there for a while, Brian Clark came over. Okay. And he after years of being there, he the owner of the gym was like, "Well, I'm about to shut down. I don't know if I can do this anymore." We're like, "Dang, man, we were still like focused and hungry at that time. Right. Everybody was on it." And he was like, "I don't know if I can do this anymore." Like he was just getting older. He just wanted to go off and other things. I get it. And Brian Clark was like, "You guys stay together. I'm gonna get my own gym." Wow. So he kind of like, when it was closing down, he kind of like kept us together. And he's the owner of Apex Fight Systems.
Okay, so that's
where we're at now.
You train with Apex. Yep. And then,
a lot of it started off with the day one guys at Rock Hard, and he was Brian was he was keeping us together and he stayed in contact, and he eventually got his own gym.
And then are a lot of the day ones still there?
Yeah, we got Jamar. He's a day one. George. Okay. Chelsea, when she comes into town, she was a young girl under us. James was at a Unique Rock Hard. He's there.
James
Haley.
Yep. Okay,
yeah. Norm Carrero. Yeah, he just said he recently retired, but I don't know. He's a competitor. He might come back. It's possible.
So like training with these guys, like I assume they're like family to you at this point. Yeah,
they are.
And then I heard you talk about Isaiah. He's no longer with us, right? Yeah. Rest in peace. Like I guess, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to probably really.
Yeah, he was. I started with him in this game, and that was like a brother to me, you know. So when like I owe a lot to him because of when I started, he's one that inspired me.
I see.
He inspired me because he was like the big deal around here before everybody was. You know what I mean?
Everybody became a big
exactly.
Deal. Yep.
He was like the first main big deal, and everybody was behind him, and he inspired me, and I looked up to him, and he was younger than me. But that was one of my partners. But you know, life has a crazy way of playing out sometimes. You know.
Yeah. Oh, so you train with them, Brian? You're still in the same gym. What's James doing these days? Like
James Haley?
Yeah.
He's got a kickboxing debut coming up. I think it's July 1st in Akron, actually. I'm very proud of him. He's come a long way. You know what I mean? He's all these young guys that I came up, man, they got so much better. Because I remember when they first came to the gym, man, we used to put it on them, like all the older guys. And now they're putting it on me now. Really? They're better. they all just Jamar, all them guys. They're just better. They just became really good. You know what I mean? They just stuck with it. But James got a kickboxing match coming up. I think he'll do really well because he's really he's into Muay Thai striking. So that
he's
should be
a flashy fighter.
He is. He's got an awkward style, but it's effective for him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And he's a man of many talents, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he does poetry. He does music. He's a talented guy, man.
Yes. Yep. A lot of guys from Apex seem to be talented in multiple areas, or at least they showcase it. You know, like I see like Norm, like he does like his videos are well put together. You know, you are a funny guy. And that's all I see from you. So.
I like to laugh and live. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think it's good for the health. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, what is life like for K.O.? You know.
What is life like? I mean, basically, I'm single with no kids, and I live by myself. So I kind of just take it day by day. I look back to where I always feel like I need to do more, and I don't have enough.
I see.
I don't know why I feel like that all the time, but I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't have enough. I need to do more.
You're a competitor, man.
I know, man. But when I look out from where I came from and how far I come, it humbles me. I'm like, all right, well, look at this. You could have been dead or in jail.
Yes.
You see where you're at right now? You're a lot wiser in life. I mean, you don't have no extra baggage. No. You know, the man upstairs blessed you, so take it and run with it. I start thinking like that, and then I relax. I'm like, you know, so that's pretty chill, man. I just, I work, I get to the gym when I can, and, I come home to a quiet, peaceful apartment. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool, man.
That's good, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you were talking about the mental, I guess, trends going from where you were at on the streets to now. I'm sure there's been a lot of mental battles that people going through that you would have some knowledge for them. So
absolutely, I think that's what's so great about MMA, because I feel like in mixed martial arts, it's a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? Not everyone, but it's a lot of people that come from a similar background, from some type of struggle that they ran from, that this saved their life from. So I can relate to them. Absolutely. That's why it's always love after my opponents in the competition. I give them all love after. We can have a beer after. I don't care. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? We did our thing. We're just gonna put on the show, but at the same time, it's like MMA is like our getaway from our problems that kept us focused in life, that brought us here. So
very inspiring.
Yeah.
And you have you say you always show love. I was talking to Lucas before. I was telling you about that. He said the same thing. He's like, he always looks at it, I show you respect so that when I'm in a situation to the situation you're in right now, show me love.
Yep.
I'm treat you the way I would want you to treat me.
Yep.
Vice versa. So you guys are very much the same.
Yeah, he's good peoples too, man.
Oh yeah.
He's a stud, man. I'm proud of him to watch him where he came, like how he started in the game and how he's evolved so much. Man, these guys are coming up. They're just coming up better. The athletes are just getting better and better. You know what I mean? As years go on, and he's a stud, man.
And that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
Because they have better facilities.
Yep.
There's instructors no more. The promoters are getting better at promoting. Social media has changed the game immensely.
Oh, yeah.
Create a social media following. You don't have to be that good of a fighter.
Nope, you don't. No. You can build a following through social media and then go fight.
Exactly.
I mean, look at Jake Paul. He literally got famous off YouTube and then social media and all that, and then he went. You can literally do that. This is the type of world we're living in now.
What's your thoughts on Jake Paul?
I think it's great what he's doing. I think it's, like I said, is the way technology is, he's showing use it to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Why would I hate that? Like, he's showing you the game. Like, a lot of people I'm more open-minded nowadays. Back in the day, I used to be, I would dislike or hate something and I would close my mind to it. Nowadays, even if I do, if it irritates me, I'm so open-minded, I'm like, well, let me learn something from it, if I can. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't hate on that. I mean, the guy is saying, I use this to my advantage and I'm doing what I want in life. He was always a fan of combat sports. Just like, let me try it.
Absolutely.
And you got the following and the money now. It's like, all you can do is train and get better.
100%.
Like, that's great, I think.
Do you think his loss to Tommy dictates the way his career goes?
No, because we all had an idea. We're all like, man, this the guy came. Him and his brother are good athletes. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, he hasn't been doing this his whole life.
Absolutely.
When you go against somebody who's been doing it his whole life, we know the outcome. Let's be real.
The thing that I was questioning, though, is had Tommy turned down for his previous opponents?
Yeah.
Like, was this a part of his plan?
Yeah,
because that was not the same Tommy that we've seen in previous fights.
I know.
Like, it was wild because I was betting on Jake because all I knew about Tommy was previous fights.
Yeah.
That's all we knew about him. And then he shows up. I mean,
he was ready.
Looks good.
He was ready, and you could tell he was the more pure boxer.
Yes,
you could tell it in the fight. It was like, well, you could tell who was doing it longer,
100%.
And he's got the Fury bloodline.
No, I mean,
those guys. I was like, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and say Tommy's gonna win this one. You know what I mean? But I was like, I was rooting for Jake, but I was just like, I mean, the boxer with the experience won.
Yep. And he had a lot riding on him.
He did. He did.
He was gonna lose everything if he loses this fight.
Yeah, his big brother was on him. He said, "You ain't sitting down with us, man. You lose to this kid." That was great.
Well, how about like Ryan Garcia and the Tank Davis fight? Was that what you expected it to be?
No, it wasn't. I expect. I think both of them are great. But I was expecting Garcia to put a little more fight into it, but I know body shots are brutal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I come from a game where we're taking leg kicks to that spot, and it's not fun.
Right.
So I get it, but I was expecting him to get up. You know what I mean? Because he was just kind of like, He didn't get. He just, you know what I mean. And everybody just felt like you could have. We all felt like you could. I think we think you could have.
Let's get up. Let's go.
Yeah, we weren't in his shoes.
Absolutely.
Those body shots are lethal.
And we don't know what the rehydration clause.
Right. Exactly. And I like them both, but I thought from Tank to rehydrate, I'm like, nah, just because I'm in the MMA world, we just make the weight and fight.
Absolutely.
So that's where my mindset is coming from. I was like, what's all this? Come on, man.
I think it's a financial move on Tank's part.
It's a lot of money in politics and boxing. That's just where that went over there. But in MMA, you make the weight and you got to go at it.
Oh yeah.
It ain't no sugarcoating or being cute. You know, so I think it's one of the best sports. You know.
You were at Lucas's last fight, right? Yes, you were.
Yeah. I was there.
What was your favorite fight of the evening?
At that fight?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I watch all these local talents, and I'm such a fan of all of them. I know it's weird because I'm like, oh man, I wonder how this fight's going to go. And then I get into it. I'm like, damn, man. You know what I mean? Just looking at the generation coming, I'm like, dang, man.
The short guy versus the taller guy?
Which one was that?
I think he fought for route 250. Gremlin. His name was Gremlin. Just a wee little guy. Like 4 foot.
What weight was he?
I don't know, it's like the second and third fight out. He ran up the cage, grabbed his opponent, threw him down.
Wow, really?
Just a wee short.
Really? I can't think of it right now.
He fights for route 250.
Route 250, they're grapplers over there. They do a lot of judo and grappling over there.
Wild fight.
Yeah, was it?
Wild. This little man was beating the piss out of him.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And then Garrett Hirschberger, I think it was.
I heard of him before.
That heavy-handed kid, good fight.
Yeah, that was a banger. What's the name? I was looking at the who's the other kid from 250 to 170?
White kid?
Yeah.
Goatee?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's Garrett.
Okay, it's another one too.
Okay, I don't know the name. I know who you're talking about now.
He fought at 170. He's a grappler.
Okay.
I was watching him and his fight. You know, a lot of people don't understand the sport. They get upset like, oh, it's boring because you're grappling. But I watched that and I learned. I'm like, oh, look at this movement and transition. I'm like, well, it was pretty fun to watch him out grapple a guy. Oh. It was just, you know what I mean? It's part of the game. You know what I mean? But he did really well too.
Exciting grappling. That's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's a big part of this art, man. You know what I mean? Everybody knows I'm a striker, but over the years, I've been learning to respect the grappling. You know what I mean?
So, the starting out in boxing, is that what made you a striker?
Yeah, and then I got a lot of street fights before I got into boxing.
That'll do it.
I'm so used to this.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? That's my instinct. You know what I mean? And then I trained boxing for some years before I went to MMA. So. That's kind of where that started at.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm so stuck on that, you know?
Do you fight? What weight do you fight at?
Since I've been pro, I've been at 85.
Okay.
I'm trying to make a comeback at 205.
205?
Yeah, because I'm not trying to cut so much.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm trying to keep my strength and just have the right fight and put on the show. You know what I mean?
Because you're just.
Yeah, I know, man. I fought at 70, dude.
You fought at 70?
When I was at
What? That's as crazy as Lucas is talking about. He might fight at 155.
I know, that's crazy. He's going out at 55.
I was like, I gotta watch this.
I never in my life will ever see 70 again.
Yeah.
It won't. Because I would kill myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I walk around at 225 right now. I know.
I thought you'd probably weigh like 2. I was like,
yeah.
You don't look that big.
When I was in my 20s, I was cutting to 70. Because, you know, when you're in your 20s, you'll probably, make a run for something like that. But it gets tougher, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm done with that.
Yeah, so you're going to fight at hopefully 205.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are the opponents, what changes at 205? From 185 to 205, your opponents, what changes in the game plan?
I think I got to just be more aware because these guys are going to hit harder. Oh. You know what I mean? I think it's more... It's more bangers than 205. I think. If you look at the 205 division, when you look around, they're more scrappers, but they're a lot stronger too.
Oh yeah, and when they hit, it's like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be ready for that. So
and that's always exciting.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
I think I like watching people get choked.
That's dope.
Just suck. When it's like a punch and as you see it happen, you're like, ooh, he going down. It's I get so into it.
I remember watching Lucas when he was an amateur. He Didn't he choke Braden Liggett out?
I don't know names.
But like,
would have been at first.
Respect to Braden, because I fought Braden when I was 72, and he beat me by decision.
Okay.
But I think Luke choked him out. And man, watching that, I was like, dang, man, this kid is legit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Braden's a good fighter. You know what I mean? He's a young kid. He's flashy. You know what I mean? He's got a like a awkward style. He dances. He touches and moves. But he Luke beat him twice though. Was
that Luke's first title?
Yeah, he fought him twice.
He fought him twice
for 2 different titles, I think.
No doubt.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He got 2 different straps from him.
Yeah,
that's when I first seen what Lucas's skill was. When I seen him, I was like, dang man, this dude is versatile. He got hands and he can grapple.
He's talking to me about like mentally what happened to him in the year and a half he took off.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Like, do you experience the same, or being older, it changes?
It depends on where you're at in life.
Okay.
And what you got going on. If you got like a lot of stuff, a lot of distractions, and you took a lot of time off, mentally it'll mess with you on the comeback. Like I didn't have a lot of distractions on my time off. Last time I fought was February last year.
Oh, so
just the only thing that bothers me is work. You know what I mean? That's it. Other than that, it's all good. You know what I mean? So I didn't have any like Lucas. The dude's got a family. He's married and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So he's got to consider other people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's different.
Absolutely.
I got God bless him. I'm not in those shoes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm rooting for him, but I'm not in those shoes. So all I gotta do is focus on me. But the only thing that ever gets in the way of what I'm trying to do when it comes to this game is work. Because I work. Because I'll keep on working countless hours to pay my bills.
Absolutely.
And try to stack up and try to get somewhere.
Live a better life.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
We all try to do that.
Absolutely.
So it's just like. I love MMA. It saved my life, but at the same time, I'm not rich off it.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I trained for about 6 to 8 months, and that's literally why I quit, because I do construction. Have done construction since I was 18. I can't make
construction is already physical. That's tough. That's tough.
Oh, I love it. I still love the game. Then I have a fucked up hand, so like I have to switch from orthodox to southpaw.
Yeah.
It just
because of your hand is messed up. Yeah.
It's not natural.
Yeah.
I still want to. My jab is more powerful than my power punch.
But it's good. You don't have to be like a fighter, but it's good to train and just have it in your life. You know what I mean? Because it helps.
And it's
an outlet.
Oh yeah, it keeps me out of fights. It really does.
And it's an outlet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it helps.
Because like I learned when I was in the gym, the kids I looked at, I was like, "There's no way you beat me up." The brakes on me. Damn.
Looks can be deceiving. Oh. My pro debut. I got dropped by this hillbilly in Kentucky, hairy gut. And I'm one of the nicest guys. I love him. I got a lot of love for Jacob Ward. But hairy gut and stuff and all, you wouldn't think dude can scrap. But see, that looks can be deceiving. Absolutely. One thing about mixed martial arts, it teaches you to humble yourself and teach you to give everybody respect.
Absolutely.
And it brings people together.
Then now when somebody like tries to create a problem, you kind of step back because
you're reserved because you know what you're capable of. And like it's people at my job and like that I'm cool with or like friends outside is like, man, that was 10 years ago. I know you would have jumped on that guy. I'm like, but I was like, you can't.
Nope.
I try to reserve. Like I do security sometimes on the side. It get a little rough sometimes, of course, but that's a job.
Yep.
But other than that, outside of that, I'm like, you just think it through. You're like, man, it ain't even worth it.
Why are people messing with you?
No.
Bro, come on.
It's just people like
drunk
to talk.
People.
It's just like I've been there. I was a young punk. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So I get it.
From a martial arts standpoint, though, like if you're doing security, a guy with your build and your size, like, okay, you don't have to be that much better than me.
Yeah.
If you're stronger than me, and you swing and catch me, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I look like a fool in front of a bunch of people that look like a fool before.
And you're 100% right, but you mix alcohol in with people watching fights at the bar and all that. It's just like, I already know where this night is going.
When people watch fights, that's rough pride.
Yeah.
A lot of fights breaking out at that point. Yep. Because people watch a fight and immediately they're a fighter.
They're a fighter.
Oh yeah. They can take anybody.
I would have did this. I was like, dude, it ain't that easy.
No. I catch myself doing that like when I'm at the fight.
Yeah.
It's so simple. I do this.
But then you think about it, you're like, if it was that easy, you would have did it.
Let me just shut up.
Right.
Keep going. Lucas's last fight was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, I respect the guy. I respect everybody who stepped in there. But at the same time, man, he was hitting on some low blows.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, I seen the one. I was like, I know that hurt. I heard it. I was far back in the crowd. I'm like, I heard that. Luke was like, he got hit with some low, but it happens. You know what I mean? The dude wasn't intentional.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It just happened like that. But he did what he had to do to win.
Absolutely.
You know? He got his victory. He needed a victory.
He did.
So he got his victory. That's why I'm proud of him. So
absolutely. I'm very excited to see Luke fight. Hopefully I get to see you fight.
Yeah, I don't know what the card is in the summer, but I wanted to be in Ohio. I can go and travel and compete, but I really want to compete in Ohio.
Yeah.
Again, you know what I mean? It's just...
Is it harder to build a fan base when you travel from state to state to fight?
I thought it would be, but honestly, from Kentucky to Alabama, the places I've been and competed, they showed me love.
No doubt.
I'm surprised. Cool. I'm like, because you know, you go in, they root for the guy, of course. But at the same time, at the end, and I don't know if they see me show love to my opponent or what. They start following me on social media, and they started like, "Hey man, what's your next fight?" I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Absolutely.
I'm surprised I don't get no hate like on that tip. That's pretty cool though.
I felt bad for Lucas's pro debut, Guy Millersburg. That was a tough fight to take.
Yeah, it was that.
Man,
that's one in
respect
Alabama.
to him. Yeah.
Man, that dude's tough too.
Oh, he beat a lot of guys.
Yeah, but that dude's he's really good. That dude beat.
Oh yeah, I followed him afterwards and. Victory after victory after victory.
He's legit. He's a legit 170 fighter, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't an easy debut, but Luke being the tough kid like he is, I don't care. Let me tell you, I gotta respect that. But and that's more from where that kid's talent from, where he's from. So
and that fighter, that was mental. That had to be tough on him though.
Yeah, it is because it's different. Because Luke around here, he gonna get nothing but love.
Yep.
But now you stepping away in another guy's territory and his backyard. Yeah. And mentally, when you're not used to that, I'm not making excuses for him. But it's just, I mean, I know I've been there. You know, it's just, it's different.
It's different. Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. You know, you go from, because I think I've been to Lucas' last 5 or 6 fights before his pro debut. Mad love everywhere he went. Yeah. And then you go out of town.
Yeah.
Nobody
knows you.
Yep.
Nobody knows you.
You're nobody all of a sudden.
I know. But you know what? That's how you get your respect. Because at the end of the day, any real fan that's a fan of competitive sports and combat sports is going to be like, I respect it. He came all the way down here to fight this dude in his hometown, out of his way. You got to respect that man.
Absolutely. You have
to.
What I mean? There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And mixed martial arts is a game where winner or loser can gain fans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like a winner can lose fans because of the way he takes the victory, and a loser can gain fans because
of the way he handles himself. Yep, I agree. 100%, I agree.
And it's such a cool thing because you don't see Browns fans switching over to whoever else. Brown fans are the most diehard fans on earth, though.
I ain't going nowhere. Diehard Browns till I die.
Oh, you're a diehard Browns fan?
I ain't going nowhere, bro. Been like this my whole life. Wait till the season. You'll see me in there talking shit.
I see you talking shit. I was like, I think you're a fan. But, so what makes you a diehard Browns fan? For me, I'm not into those sports. Only sports I follow is mixed martial arts.
Okay.
And if I think of following the Browns, I'm like, okay, so I get it. It's your hometown team. It doesn't nothing inside of me resonates with it.
Okay.
So explain to me, because I've been curious. I have friends who follow the Browns like they're gonna get their next meal from them, and I'm like,
oh, we're loyal, man.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, I was born and raised in Canton, Ohio. That's Hall of Fame City where football originated.
Yeah.
I played 9 years of football. Obviously on a small level, but I come from a football town, and right up the street and 45 minutes up the road, is the Cleveland Browns.
I see. So
so it's kind of like I'm loyal to my soil. That's where you know what I mean. That's just where and I just rock with them, man. That's my favorite sports team too.
No doubt. Yeah. Awesome. Good. So you follow them, you watch every game type deal. That's awesome. That's good. So were you a bigger kid your entire life, taller?
No, I was fat. I was fat at one point. Yeah, I was when I was real young, before I was a teenager, I was real chubby. But then when I started getting older, I started doing a little bit more cardio, so I started slimming down and becoming more leaned out. But yeah, I was a chubby kid growing up.
Because I was gonna say, you playing football would be wild.
Yeah.
If you tackle me, I'm stepping out of the way. I don't care.
I was actually little. in high school, I was more lean and everything, and I was like playing defensive tackle, defensive end, playing a big role because I wasn't too fast, but I was always physical.
Okay, so
that's kind of where that came from. You know what I mean?
Like when you're playing football, though, like what keeps you from like a guy sacks you, like does something illegal, like what keeps you from throwing hands? Because that's like to me, like I'm like let me just throw some hands real quick.
Being that I only played football all the way from when I was a kid, from I was about 9 years old to I was about 17. So I was young, and that I've gotten penalties before when I played, and I've got angry at people before. I never really went at an opponent on the field, but I talked a little shit here and there, but you can't. They're gonna probably throw you out the game though if you start swinging. You can't. So that's why you don't want to screw your team over. You know what I mean? So
that's awesome. That's just like from an outside standpoint of football.
I hear you.
Like, and I always imagine like you take your helmet off, like
right. Get into a real scrap.
Oh yeah. But it's interesting though. It's like football players, like they take a lot of injuries.
Yeah, dude. That's a physical game.
Oh
man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You got especially you get to the college and to the pro level. That's because 9 times out of 10 you've been doing it since you're like 8 years old. That's a lot of physical.
Oh yeah.
On your body.
Do you think MMA is more physical or football? Which is the most physical?
Probably football because it's more. It's like just a head-on collision contact.
Oh, I see.
A lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's more bad because me when I remember when I was younger and I played, I was always into like hitting somebody. So that's all I know how to play. I was always going for the big hit. So I would say that would be like more physical in that sense, like head-on collision.
Right.
But but I mean, there's no doubt about it. MMA is top physical. Oh, yeah, man. It depends on how you're looking at it. If you're talking about head-on collision contact,
I'm not saying like
football,
concussion, like straight up people dying because their brain deteriorates from concussions.
I don't know about that. I think boxing, you get more concussions and head injuries too. You know what I mean? Because they're doing it's more stand-up, But MMA, you get the grapple, you get the clinch, you're on the fence, and then, so, I mean, you can get concussed because there is good knockouts and stuff, but like I said, boxing, I think they hold the title as far as head injuries and death. I think they do because it's straight up hands and you're just going a lot of headshots in that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do it for what? 10, 8, 9, 10 rounds?
12 rounds. At the top level. You know what I mean? At the top level on TV, they're doing like that Tank and Garcia. I think that was 12.
So, and that's 5-minute rounds or 3?
3-minute rounds.
3-minute rounds. 36 minutes of action.
That's crazy. And you're using just boxing. You're not using other things. So it's more I think it's more cardio.
Oh yeah.
Wild. Yeah, I know.
Throwing hands for 36 minutes?
That's a long time.
I don't want to do it.
That's a long time. This sparring, I get tired. I'm just that's a cardio sport.
And then imagine you get a good body shot. Get a really good body shot. Now you got to go through that yet.
That's tough.
Yep.
That's tough.
Wow. I mean, those guys are crazy though.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
It's a science to that sport, though. Yep. I think MMA is more of a fight. I think boxing is more of a science that, don't get hit, cardio. MMA is like you can get into some real deep scraps in that.
MMA definitely brings out that inner
dog
kill or
it brings out more of a dog in you, I think, because it's more of just a raw fight.
And even like as a fan watching, it's like you get involved because they're picking each other up, throwing you down.
Yep, you get it is.
It's a lot of fun.
For sure.
Yeah, so other than MMA, is there like, do you have hobbies? Do you travel? What do you do?
I used to do music a lot.
Okay.
I had CDs when I was younger that I was on and stuff and all that. The producer that produced my first CD, we got in contact with each other recently on a social network, and I told him, I was like, I got to get back in the rhythm, but for me to get back in rhythm, like he's got to send me like instrumentals, so I can like, you know what I mean, like because what I remember from writing music is I just let things come to me. I hear an instrumental and then I'll go off that. But I wanted to get back into writing music.
So we're gonna get a song from you before too long too.
Yeah, hopefully, man, because music was like my first love.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love football. When I found music, I was like, wow.
What kind of music do you do?
It's rap, but it's kind of like it's not like usual street rap. It's not no street rap type stuff. So it's kind of like me sitting here talking to you, and then I get aggressive in it. It's a lot of emotions in it, but it's not like everyday rap you hear nowadays. And I got an old school soul, so I don't sound like a lot of these guys nowadays.
Like is it like compared to Tupac or something like that? Like, is it similar to that? Because
Tupac was more trying to speak for the community, for the minority community, and he was more for the ghetto and stuff.
I see.
My CD, it was none of that. It was just I think how I would look at it is like an MMA fighter trying to rap.
That's awesome.
So I this MMA fighters that heard some of it, they even walked out to some of my stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, they're like, I like that. You know what I mean? So it's coming from that standpoint. And then like I talked about me when I was younger, what I was going through at the time. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like that deal, but it wasn't like no hood stuff or nothing like that. It was just me, my personality, fighter type. You know what I mean? What I've been through in life, that type of deal.
Wow, I want to hear something.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. I'm excited. So you do songs. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no idea.
I know, man. It's just been some years, man. I got some stuff online.
Okay.
But it's just been some years. I made those songs when I was in my early 20s, to mid 20s. So it was a dark place in my life before MMA took over serious. And so it's a lot of emotional stuff in the songs, a lot of violence, a lot of just it's basically like an outlet. It was my outlet, you know what I mean? Like MMA is.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to do more because I got a wiser mind, I think, nowadays, and I'm more chill. So I think it'd be, you know what I mean, just a different approach. But
absolutely. So do you mind speaking more on that era of your life? You know, like the darker times. Is that something you mind sharing a little bit more?
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was just, you know, I think I got a lot of before I got more chill as I got older. I think I got like a lot of more anger and violence from hanging with the wrong crowd when I was younger. And I've been jumped before multiple times. I've been beat up a lot. And then it kind of got to the point where I would be, when I was a kid, I used to get in fights, I used to get beat up a lot, and I used to get jumped. I couldn't go nowhere and chill when I was younger because I always think somebody's sizing me up. And I would get angry. I'd be like, what's this guy's problem? Is he think he's going to put his hands on me too? So I grew up like that with like, you know what I mean, with anger issues because of that. Because it was the crowd I was hanging with. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And that messed my mind up to where I always think somebody's always trying to test me or trying to, you know what I mean, give me problems when they're not. Yeah. But in my mind, that's what I'm thinking because of what I've been through. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I like that. That's very, very insightful. Yeah. Absolutely. So the fight or flight was always activated in your mind.
Oh, for sure. Yep. And it's from like childhood trauma or, you know what I mean? Just things you've been through in life. Absolutely. That was my outlet to bring me down and bring me like, okay, everything is good now. You know what I mean? I needed something to humble me in life and have an outlet like that. So.
I like it. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. I mean, we need the song. I need to hear a song.
You want to hear a song?
Like, that's something, we need that.
Okay,
we need a K.O song.
Yeah. Like I said, I got old songs on the internet, but it's
like a new, like
exactly.
Like I want to hear one.
That's what Brian was telling me about Apex. He was like, you need to make a song, man. Like make one for Apex and like
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, make one for the local.
Yeah, right, exactly. It'll be dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some ideas in mind. I just had to get some instrumentals.
Absolutely. And you said you have a producer?
Yeah. My first one that I ever got in the studio with, I just got back in contact. He still makes music. He's a legend. Okay. He's talented. He goes by BB Swing. Okay. Shout out to Mike Owens. Okay. He does country. He does rock. He does rap. Wow. He's good at all of them. He can sing, all that. He can do rap. And he makes beats, plays instruments. Dude's mad talented.
If he can do all three, that means if you want to do like crossovers,
he'll be a great mentor for that.
Wow,
he does all that. He's pretty good.
And then like my personal favorite songs like Jelly Roll songs.
Jelly Roll's dope.
You know Jelly Roll?
Oh, who don't?
I don't know.
If you're a music fan, Jelly Roll. See, the thing is about Jelly Roll, he can do that too. He can rap. He can do rock. He could do a country. Oh. He got famous off the country, but he was a good rapper before he got it. A lot of people forgot about that.
Yeah, did you see his 10-minute rap? The very first one he did?
He's got a lot of freestyles he's done.
Yeah, the freestyle
You know what I mean?
ones.
He used to be like on the streets and like he rap like Jelly Roll's really about that.
Oh yeah,
like, dude, he's legit. But his country is good.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, why am I listening to this, dude?
And like
he's a deep artist too.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
he can talk from a dark place and make you feel it.
Yep.
It's like, man, I feel like I've been there.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like for myself, like I listen to them talking like, bad bitches been feeling me. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, nah.
He makes you believe it.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what a great artist does. He's dope. I was glad to see he won an award on CMT. Yeah, he got an award for that. He deserved it. Man.
And I love seeing him wild out on it though.
Yeah. He's dope, man.
Because he knew he was going to.
Yeah. My older brother got me hip to Jelly Roll. He was like, man, listen to this dude, man. He's nasty. And it was all his raps. This is before he did the country and got famous all that. I was like, damn. I like, this dude's like a white Biggie. You know what I mean? In a way, his skill is like that.
And he's like similar size.
He has skill. I'm like, dang. And then I seen him drift off. I'm like, bro, I like it. The way he's just talented. Like, everybody can't do that.
Absolutely.
Like, he's just talented.
And like his Save Me song.
Yeah, that's deep. Yeah, that'll touch your soul, man.
Oh yeah, make you cry.
Yeah,
make you run to the bathroom.
He's a special talent, brother. I'm awesome. A music fan, so I know about that.
Well, what's your favorite artist?
And what genre?
Just let's say do one of each. You know, rock, country, or I don't know, whatever you listen to.
Man, dude, it's a plethora of some, but I tell you who I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of Tupac. I listen to a lot of Eminem.
No doubt.
And I listen to a lot of old school R&B and old school soft rock. Because old school soft rock, it mellows me out. You know what I mean? Especially when I want to chill. You got good stories and I mellow out. I'll listen to some country too.
Okay.
I like some country, but I like old school soft rock when I'm chilling and old school R&B. I like old school rock when I'm working out and stuff like that.
That'll get you going.
Metallica and all that shit like that. You like, man, I'm ready to, let's get it in. You know what I mean? So I'm a big music head. You know what I mean? I even go far back as Mozart. I like listening to Mozart because it relaxes me. You know what I mean? I'm just a music. When I started writing music when I was 14, I got inspiration from all kind of genres.
I see. Okay.
That's what inspired me. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know? So I wanted to tell my story my way, but I got inspired by all of them.
My brother is big into Tupac, Eminem. He's listened to them.
Those are the greats. You know what I mean? Those are if you tell me, you know, who you think is the greatest in rap history, I would go to two artists and I would say Tupac and Eminem.
Same.
Easily, hands down, those are the two greatest in that genre, in my opinion. That's what I mean, because I'm an old school soul, and that's what I grew up on.
And I like Tupac's. He was ahead of his years.
He was.
And Eminem truly
lyrically nasty.
Yeah. Nobody wants
untouchable.
Yep.
Untouchable.
And I think that's why Eminem is so much fun to listen to.
Yeah, he is. And he like entertains when he raps
too.
Like he paints a picture like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
And he's so controversial.
Yeah, he is, dude. But we all tune in though. It's great.
Yeah.
I love him. He's one of my favorites.
Especially when he talks about I'll come back, baby. Oh, it was my fault. Oh, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Like,
I like how he brought to me, I think, he brought personality to rap. A lot of people don't realize that his goofy ways and the ways that like people weren't doing that. It was all about gangster rap. He came out in like on a mainstream in '99, but he had an album in '97 in Detroit. But it was all about gangster rap around that time, you know what I mean? And it was going into crunk music. He's the one that came out with his funny personality and all that. Then he'll switch over and do like emotional life songs. I'm like, damn, he's versatile. He can switch it up, like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That and his before he was sober. Yeah, those are some dark raps.
He used to go hard.
Yep.
Yeah, it was dark, but I loved it.
Oh yeah, everybody I talked was like, you listen to that? Yeah. I'd look in their eyes, like, you listen to it too, don't you?
Yeah. Marshall Mathers LP. Oh my God. Fire.
It's similar to like Andrew Schultz's comedy.
Yeah.
Like you listen to it, but then you're like,
damn. For sure, man.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's keeping the country together is we disagree on so many things that we still talk to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And it's a sad place.
My thing is though, I can disagree with you without hating you.
Same. but most people can't.
I don't understand that.
Same.
Why? Because you don't agree with me or you don't like my style of music, or if I'm not into your politics and you're not into mine, why I gotta hate you and wish death on you?
I don't understand that either. Because I will like you better if
you just be straight up with me. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we can talk about it. You know what I mean? It's everybody like what they like. We gotta realize. You know, I grew up with different cultures. I got like a mixed family and all that.
Okay.
So I grew up open. That's why I'm an open-minded cat. But at the same time, you gotta realize everybody came up different.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So we didn't come up the same. We're not the same people. Like everybody is different.
Absolutely.
So you realize that you will come at it with a more open mind. When people get, I think people get upset because they're like, oh, he don't agree with me, and you know what I mean? It's
personal.
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's nothing personal.
Absolutely.
This is where I'm coming from, and that's where you coming from.
Because like I grew up Amish.
Yeah.
So like we're not gonna agree on all the same stuff. Absolutely. Exactly. We've had different life experiences.
City boy.
Absolutely. But
come on, man.
We can still sit here and have a good conversation.
And bullshit and all that.
Absolutely.
There's no hate. I don't get that. I think a lot of that with people is the media. I think the media doesn't help. Wild. I think they brainwash a lot of people.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. I think the media brainwashes a lot of people. They don't help. They'll speak on something and they'll take it to times 10 and get people riled up. And get people at each other's necks.
Yep. And
that's my opinion.
We don't need that.
No. Because I try to tell you to see through that, man. There's a lot of devils behind them cameras.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion.
Absolutely, I like it because when I approached you at the fight, like. I didn't know how this is gonna go. I've never met you before, but it's like, it'll be all right. Like I wanted to meet you for a while already. Yeah. You were truly genuine. You were like, this. You know, I was like, would you come on at some point?
Man, ain't nothing, man. Yeah, good people, good vibes. Why? There's no problem. You know what I mean? I don't get it, man.
And so I was super excited and happy that you showed up.
Oh, for sure, man. This is cool, man. And you knew my dude Luke. I was like, I know that town. I was like, you in Amish town. Okay.
Absolutely.
Man, this town, I don't think this town has got some pretty dope people, man. Because like I said, everybody work for what they got. Everybody know each other. And I feel like a town like this, they're not around all the brainwashed stuff out in the city.
Yep,
so I understand. That's why it's I like being around people like that.
You know? I think sometimes the city of people and the Amish people, there's like a strife is as Amish we grew up speaking our mind, but not taking it that personal.
Yep.
But it's different for different cultures.
And then especially the way things are nowadays, like I said, with social media and the media brainwashing people, there's a lot of butt hurt.
Yes.
It's like, it's like, man, just speak your mind. We can agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
I don't hate you, dude.
If we hate each other, we should be outside throwing hands.
Yeah. And then if you're that mad, go ahead.
Absolutely.
But I'm a little biased. I'm a fighter. I'll be like, man, we can go sparring for all that. You know what I mean? And then we'll just talk and have a beer after.
Absolutely.
Ain't that serious?
And I've never seen like two people totally scrap it out.
No.
And not be actually afterwards, it's resolved.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you hate each other that much that you want to scrap it out, scrap it out. And now go drink a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And go chill, man. Let it go. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of butt hurts now.
Too much pettiness going on.
Yep, it is. There's a lot of butt hurts. That's why you see me on social media. I'm always clowning. I'm like, man, I see people on there, they post, they're depressed about their life and this and all that. I'm like, oh, look what I got going on and my baby dad or my baby mother and all. I'm like, damn, you didn't even tell us all that, but I'm a watch. Because it's right there, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, man, put all your business out there and all this. It's like, that's why I sit on there. Every time I get on there, I clown. I'm like, come over here, come with my post and laugh and talk shit. Everybody get something. Yep. Say how you feel. Don't attack each other.
And then the baby mama, baby daddy posts, those are wild. Because,
they're taking attacks through each other. And I'm like, damn. 9 times out of 10, 2 weeks later, they're back together. Yeah. It's like, what was this about? It's like a real life Mario.
Absolutely. It's like, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah,
do you guys like each other or dislike?
Right.
I just want to know.
See, I don't want to be in that situation. No. And especially how I was in my 20s, how I had a lot of sex in my life. I ain't gonna lie. I did. I slowed down.
Oh yeah.
I slowed down, but I had a lot. And for me to not have no kids, I feel like that was, and I got my health intake. I'm like, that's the man upstairs saying, oh yeah, you blessed. Now go about your business. So that's why, getting older, I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. Ain't even that serious. You know what I mean? So
I like it. I have a wife and a kid.
Nice.
Very, very, very blessed.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you living in a town where you can have a family in a town like this without the BS involved. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because like in the city, it's a lot of BS involved.
Yep.
You know, with everything in the club and everything going on. Like this, a town like this, low key, this is where you want to have a family.
Oh yeah, and
you're away from everything. You know.
Like I never know like how quiet and comfortable this town is until I go to big cities and stuff like that, and then I'm like, okay, like I understand there's so much hustle and bustle going on. How are you gonna relax? You know, and there's just a lot of stuff going on. But
this is chill over here.
Oh, you need to come. You need to move down. I'm telling you.
Keep telling me to move here.
Come on, just
come on over, man.
Absolutely, anybody's welcome here.
That's great.
Yeah, so there's a lot of chops around. A lot of people. You do good around here.
I was talking to some people on Luke's camp. They was telling me about that.
Yeah.
Like, man, you ain't got no kids. He was like, his job's around here.
Absolutely.
Come through, man.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, it seemed like a chill spot.
Yeah, you seem it seemed like an artsy guy, but you could cut some amazing hair.
we can make it happen.
Absolutely. It's a lot of around here. You need to learn how to cut the beards. That's the big thing.
That's the big thing around here.
Yeah, because
I would imagine with the and all that.
We all like our beards.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm bald.
Y'all keep it together.
Yeah. I'm going to Jose tonight at like 9:30 to get
really?
my beard done.
You guys watching the fights tonight?
Yes, we are. Yep. Over at the you know where the barbershop's at, right?
No, I don't think I've been there, but I see him post about it a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'll call him afterwards. But I'm pretty sure if you want to, stop on in and watch him with him.
Yeah, he's that's gonna be a good fight tonight. I think
I don't know the fight card.
It's the main event is Henry Cejudo and Aljamain Sterling for the bantamweight.
Yeah.
I think I did put money on FanDuel on Henry Cejudo.
Okay.
I know he had a 3-year layoff, but this dude's IQ is off the charts. And he helped John win the championship, the heavyweight championship. He trained John Jones.
I see.
And he used to have wars with Demetrius Johnson, one of the GOATs, and now he trains Demetrius Johnson at the time. Like, so his fight IQ is off the charts, and he stays in shape. So,
nice.
I mean, he's an Olympic wrestler and all that. Aljamain's a stud too, man. He's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Okay.
But I think this is gonna be to tell the story right here. But I did put money on him. So
absolutely.
I did. I put on an Olympic wrestler. I did with the fight IQ. That's what I did.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the Sean O'Malley lesbian joke that one of them made?
Man, dude, that was funny as heck. I posted about that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Henry. I think that's Henry just coming out of retirement and trying to get his money fights before he goes back again.
Okay.
He want to get. I think like what he said is legacy. He want to beat a couple of the best. He want to grab about two. He want to get this title and he wants to move up to 45 and get that title. And he said that basically that's going to be it. But he was like he said in between he wanted to tune up with Sean O'Malley, called him a homeless lesbian. I was weak. I was like, what?
Is Sean still fighting? Like, why haven't we seen fights for a while?
He is. I think it's a money thing. He's a money guy now.
Oh.
That's Uncle Dana's little.
If
you pay attention when Uncle Dana see a little money in his guys, he gonna reserve them for the right time. You know?
Conor McGregor at the bare knuckle fighting championship.
Oh, that's
okay, why did that go? What was wrong with that? Like I seen people trying to semi-cancel him for it or do some weird stuff with it.
No, all he did was come there as a fan and just watch fights. But then Mike Perry, after he won, he was like, "Let me get a face off with Conor," and so that's kind of how that went.
Oh, so
he kind of cut it in a promo and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, bare knuckles dope, man. I went out there and tried out for those guys. They put my name on the list and said they'd call me. Never called me. Gave me a contract through online and all that. Never booked me. Then I seen they started to do. They're getting more popular now. Okay. And they're getting like a lot of celebrities and stars now. See. So I think that's where they're going. Yeah. So that's kind of like looking like their next star. Yeah. So but I went and tried out and they just never, they gave me the contract, never booked me.
Damn.
I know, man. But they were like, they said at the trials, it's like if you don't get booked, it was like come out to another trial. It was like and it was like remind us. So
you need to go for another trial.
Because honestly, that's what I want to do.
You want to do bare
I'm a
knuckle?
Scrapper.
Oh yeah.
I'm a scrapper.
That'd be perfect
so
for you.
I wanted to do that before it get too late.
So what rule wise, what's different in bare knuckle compared to MMA?
Well, all you're doing is scrapping. You're using hands only, but they wrap your wrists. Okay. And they wrap your head. They keep your knuckles open. Ooh. So you're really going bare knuckle. Ooh. You're just scrapping. I think it's the championship rounds are 5 rounds like MMA, But the normal fights are 3 rounds, and I think they're like 3 minutes.
Okay, so
it's not bad. Doable. Yeah, it's just a scrap. I'm like, I'm into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
you'll go and scrap. Yeah,
I think it'll be fun.
That'd be fun, absolutely. But yeah, do you have anything else before we wrap up here?
No, man. Just appreciate you having me on, man. This is pretty fun, man. This is cool. I like the production. Yeah. This is professional. Well, you guys out there, local fighters or whatever you wants to come on, it's fun, man. It's good vibes. Come through and mess with my boy, man.
Thank you. Where can everybody reach you at?
On social network, K.O Butler. On Instagram, K.O Butler MMA. That's where I'm at.
All right, well, thank you guys for viewing. Thank you, K.O, for coming out. It's amazing having him out. Go ahead, give him a like and a follow. And then we'll be back next week. Thank you for following The Local.